Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I wanted to go over this special event that's coming up in celebration of 51 million users globally for Monster Strike, and that is the memory missions that you'll start to see in the library. Actually, timing wise, it's probably already started, so hopefully it's not too late. But basically, what this is starting from August 19th, 4 a.m., up until September 2nd, there will be some special missions attached to some quests in the library. Namely, sorry, I still get this wrong. These 10 quests. And each of these 10 quests will have 3 missions each that you need to complete to be able to get some of these memory pieces. And why you want to get these pieces is because you're going to get some cool rewards. And the rewards are the following. If you get 20 pieces, you'll get 5 orbs. Once you hit 40, you'll get a Miracle Min. At 60, you'll get 2 Arabero Bells. At 80, you'll get a Wak Wak Stick. And once you get to 100, you'll get another 5 orbs. Now, you can clear this as a guest if you join in co-op. Doesn't matter if you're the host or not, but you do have to meet the requirements. So that's that. Now, the important thing to note here is that this is part of the library. By definition, your number of temps in the library is capped based on your rank. So there is no way to do this all at once by yourself. Again, you can join as a guest in co-op and clear it that way, but think about it. Do you trust the people that you're randomly playing with to help you complete these quests? Some of these are, still get this wrong, some of these are fairly difficult. So I would say playing it by yourself is the best opportunity to clear these, but you know, if you run out of time, run out of library points, maybe it's not that straightforward. Now, we'll go over the missions one by one just really quick. I do like the sound of these missions, and this is something that, you know, is a nice twist to all these older quests. Now, for those of you who've already finished them, already max luck these monsters, you might be like, why do I have to do these again? Are the rewards worth it? Well, that's up to you to decide, but it is a fun twist to get people to run these older quests that I think is not that bad of an idea. You know, you kind of get that, you got that feeling with the playgrounds, for example, right? You have to do things with a caveat to get those extra rewards at the end, right? They're pulling that into library quests. I like it. Alright, so the first one is Vicious, or Vendetta if you played the NA version, I think. This one's fairly straightforward. You got clear with an S rank, that shouldn't be too bad. Clear with at least 50 HP, 50% of your HP remaining at the end. That might be a little difficult. Vicious definitely was a attack heavy quest, so losing your HP isn't that out of the question, so we'll have to see how hard that is. Last one should be interesting. You need to bring at least 3 wood types in your team to a fire type quest, which means you are going to be at a elemental disadvantage by nature, so you don't need to do all 3 at once, so keep that in mind. But of course, if you can manage it, that'll make things easier for you. Again, spending less library points, which could be the bottleneck here. Next up is Queen Butterfly. I think they're aware that this stage is completely broken, so they're making sure that you can clear the stage with at least 10 turns left on the speed clear count when you finish the stage. Next is clearing with at least 200 plus hits in a turn. You know, there's that counter on the top right of the screen. Just get somebody that has a very strong bump combo that can manage that. Would be nice. Last one, basically to clear the stage without Minesweepers. There's mines everywhere, so I think they're saying just only use flight. You're not going to get the bonus damage that comes with that, but it is an interesting twist to a quest that is very mine heavy. Tokugawa Yoshinobu, again, they're just saying clear it faster than normal, have 5 plus turns left on the speed clear. You have to also use at least 4 strike shots during the course of the stage, so you probably gonna want to use monsters that have low strike shots. It is a fairly quick quest, if I remember, so that could get in the way. And once again, they're saying use the opposite element. Make sure you have at least 3 water types in your team to take on this wood quest. Key, definitely, I don't even remember the last time I ran her, but She is a deity slayer, so that last mission to use at least 3 deity classes in your team, the Kami, that is going to be interesting to see. You will take a lot more damage that way. But the other two, pretty straightforward, clear with at least 50% of your HP remaining, and make sure you use at least 4 strike shots all along the way. Dodokari, 5+ left on your speed, clear. This one has a higher bar to make sure you have at least 70% of your HP remaining at the end. And as you can expect, he is a slayer for the demi-human Ajin class, so you're going to have to bring 3 and manage to clear it that way. Dr. Matter, who is the lucky monster for this week, so maybe some of you are running it anyway. Clear with an S rank. Make sure you do at least 1 million damage in a single turn. It'll be a little difficult to keep track, but I think if you bring along a powerful monster, especially one that has a slayer, for example, that shouldn't be too difficult to accomplish. And the last one is limiting your team again, that you only have at most 1 Minesweeper in your team. So I forget what the quest is about, but it must be Minesweeper focused, so it just lowers your options that way. Ochise, you need to clear with at least 50% at the end of the stage. You need to use at least 3 power types. That is limiting probably. You're not going to have that much speed with your team, so that could be an issue. And of course, the last one is again trying to use the Slayer against you. You're gonna have to bring the Mazoku Demon class along with you, and just manage that extra damage that you're gonna take through that quest. Karen Navis, this one has the interesting thing where it's saying you have to use all Pierce types in your team, so that will be an interesting twist to the stage. And the other two we've seen before. Make sure you use at least 4 strike shots, and make sure your team has at most 1 Minesweeper on it. So you can have 1, but you can't have 2, 3, or 4. Then the last 2 are your impossibles. Again, classic impossibles with Yamato Takeru. Clear it with a full Pierce team. Again, Yamato Takeru was the classic, pinch quest, so that normally necessitates a bounce party. But at this time of in the Monster Strike life, bringing a full Pierce party is probably not an issue with Nightingale or even Goemon, probably, to just melt everything. So it will be interesting to see how that works. Again, you also have to bring a full power type team. Hopefully you can find that in your box. Power. It's just one of those options. And the last one is very interesting. It is challenging and rewards you with 12 pieces, which is the highest by far in the whole list, as you can see. I'll get it one of these days. Bringing a full fire team will be very interesting. I'm sure we're at a stage where all of the bump combos and abilities are enough to overcome that elemental disadvantage, but interesting. Tsukuyomi, again, taking away you have to clear this without anybody having a speed up bump combo, which is the classic way to do this back in the old day. Actually, it was really hard to do that without that. Also, making sure that you use a full bounce team, so no pierces allowed for that second mission. And the third one is interesting. You have to use a full 5-star or less team, so pre-evolution versions of monsters, or just using some of those insanely good collab 5-stars into this quest, which I'm sure there's enough to get. Now, again, let me remind you that you only need to get 100 to complete everything. There is no extra reward to getting all 150 of these pieces. So, for example, you can completely ignore Yamato Takeru and Tsukuyomi. They each give you 25 times 2 is 50. Do the other 8. You're set. You can just ignore Yamato Takeru and Tsukuyomi. Again, those are sounding like slightly harder quests, so if you don't want to do it, that's fine. If you want to skip the bottom ones, right? Those are definitely the harder ones. That's also an option. Right? Ochise, Karen Navis, Yamato Takeru, Tsukuyomi, that's what? 24, 31, 38. You can also skip Dr. Matter 43. You can skip Dodokari 48. That's a lot you can skip. So you have your options here. If you find yourself frustrated with a certain mission, move on. There are plenty of options. Skipping 50 points worth is doable. So take advantage of that. Again, the rewards stop at 100, so please don't forget. Okay. So yeah, that's about it. Again, these are going to be in the library, so you are going to be limited by your library points, which scales based on your rank. So don't wait too long, otherwise you're going to be at the mercy of others in co-op. And like I said, some of these missions seems like it'd be hard to trust other people on. So unless you don't trust yourself, then hopefully you have some nice friends that'll help you out. Alright, so let me know if you have any further questions about this special event. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. So yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.